These Blood Angels met the Silent King, one of the most powerful individuals in the entire setting. Within a rhino transport, 3 Astartes went to meet the Silent King. It was absurd. A monolithic ziggurat, easily 40 meters at the peak, dropped onto the surface of Gehenna Prime as a monument to Xenos' vanity. Cast from some achingly black, polished metal, it was edged with glinting golden runes and glyphs that ran in interconnecting patterns up the long flight of steps to the summit. Upon its tiers stood the more elite warriors of the Necron Horde. Gleaming statues of alien deities towered at the cardinal point of the structure, and the 2 greatest of them held their arms out to form an arch over the peak of the dais, heads bowed in symbolic supplication. This was a king, their posture said, that had once held even the gods in his thrall. And this court was his court that traveled wherever he went. The ramp opened on powered hydraulics, and the 3 Astartes stepped out onto the dusty ground at the foot of the ziggurat. The Judicator Prime stood before them and regarded them coldly for a moment before inclining his head in a condescending gesture that they should follow him. Tycho glared, but said nothing. Dante simply followed the herald, the mask of Sanguinius held in the crook of his arm. They reached the summit and passed beneath the archway of the god statues. Beyond, shimmering silk drapes fluttered in the breeze, between ornate electro-flambeaux that cast the various Necron lords of the court in an even more eerie light against the Gehenna sun. Without warning, the Judicator Prime halted and whirled around.
Kneel, humans, kneel before mighty Zarak, last and greatest of the Silent Kings.
The visible half of Tycho's face appeared unimpressed. We will not. He is not our king. The Judicator Prime bristled, but did not repeat himself. Instead, he turned solemnly and sank to one knee. The move was echoed first by the masked nobles, then by their retainers, and then by every other Necron warrior upon the dais and beyond. As one, they knelt, except for one figure. He was taller than the rest, yet not as tall as one may imagine he might be. His mechanical body was a work of unspeakable Xenos artifice, more finely wrought than any of the Astartes had ever seen upon the field of battle. Where they might be skeletal, he was live. Where they were animated with grim, unyielding purpose, his every movement possessed an undeniable vitality. His form spoke of musculature and clean-limbed strength, perhaps touched by the divine. And his finery was simple, yet impossibly elegant. His face, though, it was not reverence or awe that the Astartes felt. It was closer to hatred, framed by a cowl of shimmering light and the traceries of his intricate collar. Zarak, heralded as the last and greatest of the Silent Kings and undisputed overlord of the Necron race, wore a golden mask fashioned into the likeness of Sanguinius. A rank blasphemy indeed.